Taking control of the car buying experience. Demand the most for your money. Here's the Car Buyer Advisor.
No finer business in the automotive repair service industry could possibly exist in our nation. Please welcome back to our show, Michelle Anderson with Nevada Mobile Automotive Service. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Mitch.
I'll probably get in trouble for saying that from some of our other businesses, but you really exemplify what we stand for as what we're calling our community to be responsible for. And we're going to get back into that. We had a whole conversation last week about that, but we're really going to get into the consumer's responsibility side of it this week. Let's talk about winter. It is that time of the year. We have to do this. Folks, I mean, this is an important conversation, and these are things that right now you want to pay attention to. We're trying to be proactive here to get you to take some of these hints now so that you don't have to pay later for not hearing us. So let's talk about winterization of your vehicles and motorhomes.
Okay, well, I cannot stress this enough. A couple weeks ago, we did have that dip in temperatures where it went from 80 to 85 degrees all the way down to 32 in just a couple of days. Winter is here. It is upon us, and there are some things that you need to look at as far as your vehicle goes in preparation of getting it ready for winter. So the first thing would be coolant. You want to make sure that you have a 50-50 mixture in your car, because too much coolant, the engine won't heat up to the proper temperature. Too little coolant could cause the coolant to freeze, and you could crack a block. You want to make sure that your wiper blades are not pitted, are not torn at the ends, and that they're really ready for those icy conditions on the road. The last thing you want to do is be out there and not be able to wipe that snow off your windshield. If they need to be changed, please make sure that they are and that they're the proper application for ice and snow. You also want to make sure that your washer fluid is a negative 20-degree minimum. Here in Nevada, we have those harsh conditions, and it regularly dips below zero. Most of the stores during the summertime, they sell that 0-degree washer fluid, and so you really do want to change that out because it's cheaper than really cracking that washer container and having to fix it in the end. I'm
glad you said that, because you do these services. You'll actually come out mobily and provide services for their cars and winterization for their cars and their motorhomes and the sports cars. Put them up on blocks if they want to not have flat spots on their tires after a winter. But just the savings of a cracked coolant recovery tank because of not having the right temperature grade in your coolant system, your savings in a cracked wiper fluid bottle, and these water reservoirs in the motorhomes, if they aren't drained, the price of those tanks. I mean, this could be a savings, not even an expense, to have somebody come out and do this. And then obviously the convenience of not having to come out in the spring with problems when you're ready to go on the road.
Right. And for the month of October, we are offering a vehicle winterization special. And like you said, Mitch, that special is much less than a cracked washer fluid bottle. Those are typically up above $100 just for the bottle itself.
I bought one recently. I know I'm embarrassed to say it on the air, but I bought one last year, and it was for the car that I bought it for. The part was $150.
Right. And our special that we're offering this month is $84.95.
Now, that special is typically it's a winterization special. I mean, you're mobile. You're going to go to them for that price and winterize their vehicles.
And we're going to do everything that I'm listing here. So not only are we going to check that coolant, but we're going to flush it out and make sure that it is that 50-50 mixture for wintertime.
I want people to understand that what you're going through here, and we'll go through the whole thing again so they get the full package, is typically in most service facilities at their place of business, $150 to $170 service.
That's correct.
So $84.95.
$84.95 out the door for most vehicles. Terms and conditions apply. Please call us for details.
Please see dealer for details. Okay. Well, obviously, it's how much coolant, how much, if it's a different type of oil or something like that.
Right. Different cars take different coolants in different amounts, so that could vary in the price.
Minimally.
Right. Minimally. But this is for most typical vehicles. So again, back to this. We also have, you need to make sure that your oil is the right viscosity for winter. During the summertime, it's okay to run that 1030, 1020 motor oil. In the wintertime, though, it does get really cold, and that oil takes longer to heat up, which means the protection properties on your engine are not there with that oil. So you really do want to look at the dealer specifications for your vehicle, but they do have in there where if it's a harsh winter condition or below a certain temperature, that you want to switch that down to a 520 or a 530 or a 020 oil.
Well, most people read severe conditions and they don't consider Reno that. They think, oh, well, Reno isn't up at like Tahoe level. Well, I say horse pucky to that because we have boiling triple-digit summers and sub-zero freezing winters. It is extreme, and people need to read their extreme schedules, especially going into winter.
Well, and normal driving conditions is sea level, and we are not at sea level. We're 3,500 or more above sea level. So,
and then you know, this is a topic we just talked about. Tires this time of the year. It's important not just to look at the tread depth on them, but their application. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, well, you need to have the right application for your driving conditions. So here in the Valley, if you're not driving that often, a lot of times just a winter tread tire is fine. If you're going over the hill, some people use chains. Otherwise, you might need studded tires. If you're living up in South Lake Tahoe, you really want to make sure that you have the right application for the use of the tire for the winter conditions.
And there are winter stickier rubbers, you know, for the softer compound rubber for winter driving as well. That's right. Very, very effective as well. And then you also get into the braking systems on these.
Yes. And again, braking is a huge safety hazard. So you want to make sure that...
That's only if you want to stop.
That's right. If you want to stop.
I mean, some of us just want to go fast and not ever stop.
And that's where Caleb comes in. But
that's where Sport House comes in.
That's right. So yes, you want to make sure that those brakes are at the right specifications, that they're good to go, the linings are not too thin, or that they don't need to be replaced. And most importantly, we do check your defrost, and we do recommend that you check your defrost. And a lot of people don't know that the AC system controls your defrost. So if you're having problems with your AC system now, you need to have it checked out before winter, because the last thing that you want to do is be out on the road and have ice on the windshield and not be able to see because that defrost is not working. And
they can call you and schedule this mobily. You'll come to them, full shops on wheels, ASE certified technicians, complete repair shops on wheels. I mean, this is really remarkable. It's not a pickup truck with a toolbox and a handyman. These are ASE certified technicians, properly equipped mobile trucks with machinery on them for even turning brakes and swapping out tires, the whole gamut of what you would normally go to a shop for. How would they get a hold of you to schedule an appointment for the winterization as well?
So you can reach us at 2540 Sutro Street, suite number 12. You can reach us by phone at 775-200-4669, or reach us on the web at www.nvmobileautoservice.com. And we do have our blog on there with those winterization tips. So if you didn't get them here, please go to our blog, read, and have that done.
Again, Michelle Anderson, Nevada Mobile Automotive Service, could not endorse a finer business in our community. Thanks again for joining us.